To be honest, I've always hated Halloween. The fake smiles, the cheesy costumes, the cheap plastic ghosts hanging from every portrait just never felt magical to me. It felt forced. But all of that changed the year I met her. And it all started with a lie. A stupid, harmless little lie. Or so I What my best friend, Lily, was throwing her annual epic Halloween party, and as usual, she was practically begging me to come. "Please, Sam," she pleaded over the phone. "You never go out. You need to live a little." I just groaned. The only thing I want to live with tonight is my Netflix account and a large pizza. But Lily, being Lily, wasn't having it. "Fine," she huffed. "Then I'll just tell everyone you're finally bringing your girlfriend. Maybe that'll get you to actually show up." I was speechless. Lily what? But it was too late. I heard the asterisk swoosh asterisk of a group text being sent. Great. Now our entire friend group thought I had a secret girlfriend. To save face, I mumbled that I'd bring someone, but my real plan was to fake a last-minute stomachache and bail. It was foolproof, but then fate, or maybe just pure chaos, decided to step in. The very next morning, at my favorite coffee shop, I was juggling my phone and my wallet when I tripped, sending my entire large latte flying right onto a complete stranger. She jumped back, and I braced for the yelling, but instead, she just started laughing. "Wow," she said, looking down at the coffee dripping from her jacket. "Is this how you flirt?" I was completely flustered. She had this messy black hair tucked under a bright orange pumpkin beanie, the deepest brown eyes, and this mischievous smile that made my heart do a little flip. I am so sorry. "I wasn't. It's fine. Really," she said, already grabbing a stack of napkins. "I'm Jade." We ended up talking while we cleaned up my mess, and somehow my whole fake girlfriend disaster came up. When I finished the story, she just grinned. "So you need a date for a Halloween party?" I just blinked at her. "Wait, are you volunteering?" She shrugged, a playful glint in her eye. "I love Halloween, and pretending to be someone's mysterious long-distance girlfriend. Sounds like my kind of fun." I laughed, still not quite believing it. "Are you serious?" She leaned in, her voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. "Dead serious. But you owe me a slice of pumpkin pie afterward. Deal?" I couldn't believe my luck. I said yes. The night of the party, a knock on my door revealed Jade, and I swear I almost forgot how to breathe. She was dressed as a vampire, sleek, tight black outfit, subtle fake fangs, and her eyes were lined in this smoky, captivating red. "You're very committed to the role," I stammered, feeling my cheeks get hot. She just winked. "You said it's a lie, right? Then we have to make it convincing." We arrived at Lily's party hand in hand, and just as we walked in, the music seemed to dip. The whole room just sort of froze. "Sam," Lily squealed, rushing over. "You actually brought your girlfriend?" Jade smiled, this impossibly sweet smile, and leaned over to kiss my cheek. "She wouldn't stop talking about you," she teased Lily, and the whole room erupted in laughter. I wanted to melt into the floor, but at the same time, I didn't want to let go of her hand. The rest of the night was a blur. We totally played up the part, feeding each other spooky-themed snacks, whispering fake inside jokes that made us both crack up, and dancing way too close during the slow songs. But somewhere between the pretending and the playing, something started to shift. When Jade looked at me under the flickering orange and purple party lights, her gaze felt different. Softer? I started to forget we were even acting. Later, when most of the party moved outside for the bonfire, we snuck away to the quiet front porch. The air was crisp and cool, and the moonlight caught in her hair, making it look almost silver. "You're really good at this, you know," I said, trying my best to sound casual. She leaned against the railing, turning to face me. "Good at what?" "Pretending," I replied. Her lips curved into a small, knowing smile. "Who says I'm pretending?" My breath caught in my throat. I wanted to come up with a witty comeback, a joke, something, but the words were just stuck. She took a tiny step closer, closing the space between us. "I like you, Sam," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "I know this whole thing started as a game, but you're funny and you're kind, and your face turns bright red every single time I look at you. That part feels real." I felt my heart pounding like a drum solo. I didn't know what to say. After a moment that felt like an eternity, I finally managed to whisper, "Then maybe I don't want to pretend anymore either." Her smile widened, slow and beautiful. "Good. Because I'm about to kiss you for real." And she did, right there, under the glowing pumpkin string lights, with the sound of laughter echoing from the backyard. Her lips met mine. It was soft and warm and unbelievably, wonderfully real. After the party, we sat in my car, still holding hands, not really wanting the night to end. "So," I said, breaking the comfortable silence, "what happens now?" Jade laughed, a light, happy sound. "Well, for starters, you still owe me that pumpkin pie." I smiled, and after that, she turned in her seat to face me, her eyes sparkling. "After that, maybe we stop lying and just see what happens when we start telling the truth." That was 2 years ago. Every Halloween since, we've dressed up together, vampire and witch, ghost and mortal, angel and devil. But our favorite part of the holiday isn't the costumes or the parties anymore. It's telling the story of the lie that brought us together. Whenever people ask how we met, Jade always gets that same mischievous grin and says, "She lied to her friends about having a girlfriend, so I decided to become one." And I always add, "It was the best mistake I ever made." Because sometimes love doesn't show up in a fairy tale. Sometimes it shows up wearing fangs and a pumpkin beanie and turns one little lie into something hauntingly true. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more. See you next time.